today. From Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 1 of the NFL.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he's brought down.
It appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Look at the big man rumble. The 20, 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A Nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Again, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And now another one thrown incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
He'll field this at the 5.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
52 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Kenneth Walker, a 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 30.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week 1 contest.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. 59 yards.
And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And that's patience to be admired right there, because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
2nd and 6.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to throw again.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
And he takes this just a few.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the...
After review of the play, rulings on the field stand.
They'll look to throw again. Out left, he's got it to Everett. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. And there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And his kick is indeed good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this first half. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Adams the man in motion right. They'll start on the ground here on first down. A little juke, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
And now they're in the hurry up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And his kick here is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. And a quick throw here that's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. A try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And here come the Bills. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And down he'll go at the 25. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. Oh, they're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The Eagles on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. He'll look to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
2nd down and 3.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
They'll drop to throw. McKinnon here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They'll set up to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and handling a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A handoff as they run the counter play. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point attempt to follow here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Bills getting set to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He finds his man complete. That's Mullins.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That is caught by Stewart. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opening. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.